Where I'm looking to take profits. I thought I'd make this quick video update today. If you're curious about my strategies, not intended to be financial advice, just my personal things I'm doing. This is assuming today's dip is not a prolonged multi-day one as well. Now, in order for my strategy to make full sense, I'm sorry, it's the morning. I'm not used to talking just yet. Hold on. In order for my strategy to make complete sense, you need to understand what strategy has led me into the position I am, and then my further actions make more sense. Thankfully, I'm in a position where I've got money in the bank and I don't need to sell crypto to pay bills. If I did, I would have probably sold yesterday, and if I was holding Bitcoin at least, I would sell today as well. I'm also thankfully in a position where I've accumulated the majority of my stack at all-time lows, so I'm not worried about getting more skin in the game right now. If I was, maybe I'd be picking up some alts today as they have dipped nicely. Bitcoin dominance is shockingly high. I do not think that's sustainable. So that's my current situation. Now you guys have probably seen this picture. It's good in case you haven't. HODLing is much safer. DCA and HODL. It's hard to go wrong with that. If that's what you're doing right now, well...
What are you doing on computer? Go outside, so beautiful!
I am personally a little bit more risk tolerant, although no, not much. I trade about once every 2 months, and only when I think it's obvious what's about to happen. Trading is like a game. Play to your own strength. Some people do it one way. Just know your own abilities.
Quick, I just performed on the stage and the Tory rip. Had to prove I was the one, and sure enough, and I will feel it's a shame, and I know it's the same, we love it and again.
Alright, stop clickbaiting me. $5,800 Bitcoin is where I would start to look to take profits from. Now, in order to explain this better, let's use this fancy bar. Wow. If the top of this chart represents a $6,800 Bitcoin and the bottom a 58, then the need to take profits gets more urgent the higher we go. Why, Daily, why? And why do I think this is obvious at all? In crypto, I think we may be more inclined to look at short-term movements because things tend to move so quickly. However, there's been a very recent trend in Bitcoin. Now, I'm sorry if these arrows hurt your eyes. I'm not used to so many on this channel. Starting early last year, a move up, followed by a move down. A move up, a move down. All right, you get the picture. Bitcoin goes up and down. Whoop-de-doo. Thank you. You've taught me so much today, Daily. So great. At some point, we're going to make a move down. Whether or not that's right now, I do not know, but here's what I think is obvious. We are not going to beat 5,800 to 6,800 on our first pass. Bitcoin isn't going through that to 7,000 and beyond. I mean, I don't put anything past Bitcoin. It could happen, but because I'm a bit of a betting man and I would like to increase my stack here, I'm going to bet that it won't. I think a retest down at least once is far more likely before eventually getting up and over that. This is because of reasons I talked about on yesterday's video, but let's look at that. So many arrows. If previous buy trend support would become sell resistance, as things happen to have a habit of doing, that would mean there would be sell pressure around this range. Talking about all possibilities though, what if I am wrong? Now, I know that's pretty hard to think about. My prophecies have been prophetic lately. Bitcoin will hit, and I'm putting my reputation on this, $5,500 before it hits 6,000. That's right. If Bitcoin gets over $7,000 on its first pass, I'd be very impressed. I'd have to FOMO back in, accept the loss, strap myself in for the flight. But how much would I be selling? Anywhere from 20 to 40%. That's my own personal risk appetite. Maybe yours is slightly higher or slightly lower. But what I've seen is increasing that for me is not good. So a bit of history. I sold 50% of my stack here, as in Tether, not fiat. I don't actually exit into fiat very often. I then tethered up the everything, absolutely everything here. 4,300. I thought it was obvious that a further move down was on the tables. However, if we zoom in here and we see this daily candle, the next day after I tethered everything was green. That was slightly scary. When I say slightly, it was terrifying. I never want to go through that again. Thankfully, the trade ended up working out in the end, and I made a video about what I was purchasing around these price levels. But my goodness, that was stressful. I never want to do that again. Anyway, that's my quick update. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what your strategies are down below. And as a final quick reminder about the UTEX crypto trading anticipated tournament, it is happening tomorrow. I believe it is being live streamed at least on probably a few YouTubers channels. Ivan on Tech definitely, so give him a follow if you are interested in viewing it, and if you want to take part, you can register down below. There is a link in the pinned comment. Bye for now.